welcome Stacey Ross.
Thank you. Wow. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for having me here tonight. We're here tonight because we are the early adopters, the forward thinkers and the change makers of our society. And ultimately, we are here to make connections that will guide us on our path. We are here to engage in new ideas, discover and explore exciting ventures, and ultimately take our business to the next level. What an inspiring and challenging time for us. My name is Stacey Ross, and I started as manager at Logan Women's Health and Wellbeing Centre about 2.5 years ago. And prior to that, established a youth service on the south side of Brisbane in 2009. But my passion for helping people started at the age of 18 when I was a volunteer for a youth drop-in centre. And since then, I've worked in the community sector, making connections and evolving my approach to business. To summarise the community sector, we see the best of the best and the worst of the worst, from grief and loss and unspeakable abuse to the unwavering love and passion of families and the community spirit. Providing services in this area is where Logan Women's Health and Wellbeing Centre has thrived for the past 24 years. And it is these very connections, the best of the best and the worst of the worst, that push us to do better, be better, and provide more of what works. The dedication and tireless work that I've seen from my team and volunteers undertaking, and the rewarding results that come from providing support to those in need, is at the core of all of our stories and all of our connections. Each year, with only 7 part-time staff, Logan Women's sees just over 4,000 women. And in the background of this well-oiled machine, it only continues through obtaining significant funding. Writing submission after submission is the only way that we can guarantee to be able to pay our employees, pay the rent, and to be able to continue to provide these vital services to the community. But in times of political unrest, government funding can disappear overnight. And it's this instability that I noticed was impacting our ability to hire and retain our amazing staff, succeed with growing our centre, and also execute our broader strategy. So in this stagnant position, we found ourselves forced to begin for a truly sustainable way of business and to also ensure that we can continue supporting the 4,000 women that come and see us. So it was at this point that I was introduced to social enterprise. So what is a social enterprise? They are organisations that are led by an economic, cultural, social, or environmental mission consistent with a public or community benefit. They derive most of their income from trade, not donations or funding, and they use the majority of their profits to work towards their social mission. Social enterprises are classified into 3 categories. So one is those who embed their impact into their day-to-day operations by training and employing people who have experienced disadvantage. 2 is those who provide a service to communities who have been excluded or underserved from the mainstream service delivery. And 3, those who run an ethical business for profit, where the majority of the profits are reinvested into a social purpose. So what does all that jargon look like in the real world? This is Beck Scott. Beck is the co-founder of a venture called Street, one of Australia's biggest and most successful social enterprises. Street is a chain of cafes, catering and coffee roasting businesses located in Melbourne. The profits from their 7 main social enterprises are used to support homeless youth and assist them to transition into long-term employment in the hospitality industry. The youth, the homeless young people, are given opportunities to work within the 7 social enterprise businesses all around Melbourne, gaining business skills, qualifications, paid employment, and ultimately to be able to sustain accommodation. Over the last 5 years, Street has worked with over 450 young people. Beck Scott and her team have set themselves a goal to be changing a life every mealtime by 2022. Then we have these guys. So Thank You Water was born in 2008 in response to the world water crisis. And at that time, over 900 million people didn't have access to safe drinking water on a daily basis. Yet here in Australia, the bottled water industry is estimated at around $600 million a year. Pretty crazy given that Aussies can access safe drinking water straight from their tap, yet we spend $600 million a year on it. So their co-founder, Daniel Flynn, asked himself, what if purchasing a bottle of water here in Australia could actually provide water to people in need? In July 2013, they rebranded as Thank You, complete with 2 new ranges, food and body care. The idea was to take a more holistic approach to combating poverty, with 100% of their profits funding safe water, food, hygiene and sanitation services around the world. These examples are on a huge scale, so let me tell you about how social enterprises work on a smaller scale. Because for me, when I see these incredible stories and hear about these successful social enterprises, there's 2 things that come up for me. One is that who are these people and are they even human? And 2 is that I feel like I'm never going to achieve that kind of success or have that level of impact, but I'm wrong. And if you thought the same, then you're wrong too. Consumers are questioning where their money is going. They are asking where and how and what is the impact that it could be. So if you're all about responding to your consumer and you are finding yourself being asked these questions, then this is how you and your business can help them. So first of all, the simple thing is purchase from social enterprises. And then you can even use that within your marketing strategy that you support the social, missions of different communities. The second one is embed policies to ensure you look to social enterprises when purchasing products and services. So in the community sector industry, we call that procurement policy, you may have already have those, or corporate social responsibility. Find something that you're passionate about or you're interested about and you can promote what they do, or even better, jump on board and develop your own. And Simon Sinek is somebody that I always look to, and he has words may inspire, but only action creates change. It's really that simple that you can have a huge impact by just making a few simple changes. There are a growing number of smaller social enterprises that offer really cool products and services all around Brisbane, Australia and the world. But locally, I recommend these guys. Up the top, you'll see Harmony on Carmody, so an alternative catering company option for your next meeting. They offer beautifully prepared dishes by refugees who gain formal qualifications, skills and employment. They also sell spices from all around the world through another social enterprise called the Spice Exchange, where newly settled women from across the globe generate a self-sustainable business. We have Substation 33, which is recycles electronic waste and gives work experience opportunities to people who are long-term unemployed or have mental health issues. These guys are seriously killing it in the social enterprise world. So if you have any electrical equipment and you're thinking of throwing it away, please throw it their way because they do really great things with it. And B Enterprise is one of my personal favourites. We offer personal and professional development packages, helping businesses increase productivity and to have happy and purposeful work environments. After B Enterprise costs are taken care of, we give 100% of our profits back into Logan Women's. So our first biggest achievement will actually see us provide 172 free counselling sessions to women in need over a 6-month period. And this outcome has only been achievable because businesses have started purchasing from B. There are restaurants, real estate agents, cleaning services, driving schools, hairdressers, removalists, even Hero condoms. The list goes on in relation to how easily you can have impact. And it's just through you guys choosing to do that. And I just saw in Peppermint Magazine's latest edition that the Good Beer Co. have just brought out a new beer called the Great Barrier Beer. This is one of their logos. So what they do with their Great Barrier Beer is that 50% of the profits go towards the Australian Marine Conservation Society, and it's beer that gives back. So whether you're passionate about beer, spices or self-help, people are inspired. The people who are connected to social enterprises, either developing, working for, or purchasing from are feeling on purpose. They're tapping into their passions and in turn creating sustainable and life-changing positive social solutions throughout everyday living, and it's taking over. I'm excited about this revolution, and if it's the first time that you've ever heard about social enterprise, I hope that you too are inspired about the possibilities of working together to collectively change our community for the better. When I attended February's DepotX business event at the beginning of this year, I was so impressed and motivated about what's happening for Brisbane businesses and for all the startups, entrepreneurs, and the change makers, because I believe that we are really ready for some powerful changes in business and the community sector. This is a new concept, a new way of doing business, and a new way of doing community services. And I've had my head in it for the last year developing B Enterprise. It's taken me some time to wrap my head around it, but it's been so worth it. And now to be given this opportunity to stand here in front of you all and share with you my passion and journey through so far in the world of social enterprise is truly a privilege. I hope you have been empowered, and thank you.